It's our responsibility, our role, to step into this place of leadership within our own lives of saying, I'm going to become responsible for myself. I'm going to learn how to see the ways that I show up lacking divinity. And I'm going to actually do the work to heal and evolve and become something greater, become something better, become something brand new. Something that this planet doesn't have right now. If we think we're this superior being, which we've been brainwashed to be at patriarchy, we can't step into that role. If we don't know how to go in and connect to our own internal divine power and feel the emotions that trouble us, that challenge us, that plague us, that cause suffering or struggle throughout our day, if we lack the power to do that within inside our own selves, how the heck are we supposed to lead? Or just be a normal human being if we're completely severed from our emotional body, right? And this is where we need to learn from women how to connect to our power, how to actually feel everything that needs to be felt, because the conditioning and the brainwashing that has existed on this planet has caused us to do anything other than that. It is official. We have officially launched Masculine Evolving Now, our new MSU men's group, where all those men on this planet get to learn how to actually become what oneness is for real. Now, this is a group that's going to be held weekly. Right now, we're doing it Tuesdays at 5 p.m. And I'm going to be leading it along with some of our other incredible coaches. One of the key big differences here is we will have female lead coaches leading our men's group. What? We're going to have women leading a men's group? I thought it's a men's group. Yeah, we are. That's how MSU functions in oneness. This isn't a place where men are just going to come and blame women for all of their problems or receive some sort of powerless, weak, coddling victim, sympathy for their emotional fragility. This is a place where we as men are going to learn how to step into our power. What better way to do that than follow a divinely powerful woman like Rachel, like Ellie, like all of our incredible coaches that we're going to have stepping in and leading this group, along, with myself. And of course, our other male coaches will be in there. Ty and Gregoire. We'll have some of our oneness mentors like Chris. They'll be all in there. All these different, men and women. But this group is specifically for men. It's for men to actually learn how to heal for real. And if we want to learn how to heal for real as men, we have to first start following the true leaders in this world, which is women. We have to learn how to become powerful in our own divinity, how to connect to our own divine feminine nature, and infuse that into our life. And what better place to learn from than in this men's group, where we're going to have both men like myself and Ty and Gregoire leading this group, and women, having divinely powerful women coming in and, offering their level of divinity, power, guidance, so that we can truly evolve into what a being of oneness truly is. Right? On this planet, far too long, there has been so many men's groups that I've seen that are run by men, for men, led by men. And here's the truth. We're not the natural born leaders as men. That's the inversion. That's where everything is upside down. That's not the natural way of things for a human being. We're not supposed to be, right, at the top of the pyramid. Look what happens when we do. Look at all the war, the genocide, the rape, the torture. Look at everything that we're seeing in the world right now. The destruction on this planet on every single level. We have men leading this world, right? And it isn't just a chop and change, well, let's just put women, in their places. That would, of course, help. But it's about us evolving our consciousness and being able to see, we need divinely powerful women. We need divinely powerful men to be leading. Of course, we as men are going to step into leadership roles as we heal and evolve naturally in a world of oneness, of course, right? But in order to get there and do that, we have to be willing to follow the true leaders of life, which are the creators of life. That's women. It isn't us men. We're actually supposed to be here to learn from them, to evolve our own consciousness, right? And if we think we're this superior being, which we've been brainwashed to be at patriarchy, we can't step into that role. If we don't know how to go in and connect to our own internal divine power and feel the emotions that, trouble us, that challenge us, that plague us, that cause suffering or struggle throughout our day, if we lack the power to do that within inside our own selves, how the heck are we supposed to lead? How are we supposed to lead in any capacity or just be a normal human being if we're completely severed from our emotional body? Right? And this is where we need to learn from women how to connect to our power, how to actually, feel everything that needs to be felt, because the conditioning and the brainwashing that has existed on this planet has caused us to do anything other than that. So in this men's group, we're going to be looking at all the different ways as men that we're brainwashed by patriarchy to disconnect from our power, to see ourselves as superior, to see women as inferior, all the ways that we learn to sever our consciousness, to give away our power, or show up in a way that we know is less than divine. We're going to be breaking down week by week all these different concepts of the patriarchy and how that is starting to manifest in our lives, so we can connect to who we really are, the soul that we really are, and start to elevate and vibrate as a higher frequency, a higher vibrational being. We're going to learn in this group how to dissolve all of the patriarchal programming that we've inherited. Because here's the thing, we've all been born on this planet. We've all been born in this patriarchal world, which has taught us emotions are bad, men are superior, you don't want to cry because crying's for girls, and you don't want to be a girl because they're inferior, right? Be stoic, show your aggression, be the alpha, right? This is all the energy that patriarchy has bled into society and manipulated us and brainwashed us as men to think that we have to become. Right? To become the womanizer, to become the man who has all of the women chasing after him, like that's some good thing that we should accomplish, right? That we have to objectify everything and destroy everything to dominate, oppress, and control, like that is some, amazing thing to become as a man, right? To be the leader of the family, right? We're going to start to break down how all of this programming has infiltrated our society and where the distortions are. Where is it that we start to fall off the path from becoming what divinity actually is? How do we actually see these programs with love, not with judgment or hate or separation, and actually learn how to embrace every part of us, maybe the softer part of us, or the part of us that, doesn't know how to truly feel or doesn't know how to honor another being. We're going to start to break down everything that we have been conditioned and brainwashed to be by the patriarchy, and learn how, as men, that we can truly start evolving for real. Because we need to on this planet, because when we look around on the planet, it's not great, right? If men really were the ones who were supposed to be the protectors, right? Why is there so much war, violence, killing? Why do I, as a man, even walk down to the street or go to the gas pump at night and I feel like I have to, check behind me constantly because I can feel that it's not safe, right? We do not create safety when we're separate from our divinity, right? We as men naturally don't exude that. If we did, we would live in a very safe planet, and we don't. So it's our responsibility, our role, to start stepping into this place of leadership within our own lives of saying, I'm going to become responsible for myself. I'm going to learn how to see the ways that I show up lacking divinity. And I'm going to actually do the work to heal and evolve and become something greater, become something better, become something brand new. Something that this planet doesn't have right now, right? Only then can we start to understand what actual divine masculine energy is. But we don't have to worry about any of that. All we have to do is show up to this group, come join. I welcome you in. Come join. This is a place for us as men to gather, to evolve, to heal, and actually start to understand how we as men can actually live as a being of oneness. It's not about becoming, Well, if I'm not the alpha, if I'm not the leader, of my family, or I have to receive leadership from the feminine, I can't do that because then where do I stand, right? It's not about then all of a sudden thinking that I'm some weak, powerless, inferior male. Not at all. That's dualistic thinking. It's about learning to find those energies that live within me that think that way and feel that way and dissolve them to allow my soul, the true essence of who I am, to come online and start co creating this life from a heart centered, compassionate way. A different way to live our lives than how maybe we've lived for the last 10,000 years. Patriarchy has dominated this planet, and there's only one way that it's not going to, and that's when we make the conscious choice to evolve our consciousness, to put an end to all the harm and abuse, all the toxicity that exists on this planet. It starts with inside us. It starts with inside our own consciousness, and that's what this group is all about. So please come join us, come join MSU, come join our incredible coaches and myself to truly evolve into becoming what Rachel is teaching, how to become a being of oneness consciousness. So eventually, over time, we can actually live in a world of harmony. I hope to see you there.